Hello, happy Monday. This week I'm in chapter 11 of Calm My Anxious Heart. It's trusting God with the if onlys, thinking if only this hadn't happened in the past. And if you remember from last week, I covered chapters 9 and 10, and chapter 10 was about what if this happens in the future. So this week is if only this hadn't happened in the past. And there's a really interesting story, an anecdote that she tells about a Portuguese man who had all these things that happen in his life, these what ifs and if onlys. And the townspeople around him kept saying, oh, surely this must be a blessing. Or the next thing would happen and they'd say, surely this must be a curse. And he would just say, I'm content with what I know. I'm not perturbed by what I don't know. And so that idea of just being content with what we don't understand and understanding that we may never understand it. She said the old woodcutter, the Portuguese guy was a woodcutter. She says, the old woodcutter was content with what he knew and not disturbed by what he couldn't understand. And then she quotes another guy. He said, I am always content with that which happens, for I think that which God chooses is better than what I choose. That's definitely been true in my life. I've had a few what ifs and definitely a few if onlys, and just trying to live my life, especially in this situation that we're in now. If only the Army would move faster on our housing placement, or if only we had filled out this form correctly the first time, or what if they don't find us a place to live? There's a whole bunch of those kinds of things rolling around in my head right now, and I just have to live with it and understand that God knows what's best, and what will be, and it will be the best for us. Throughout the rest of the chapter, she talks about, there are if-onlys in everybody's life. Then God has an if only as well. We say, if only you done it this way. But God says, if only you would believe that what I have for you is better. And so I really want to try and live that way. If only I would believe that what God chooses is better than what I think should happen. She talks about the Israelites in the desert, and if only we were back in Egypt, that place where they were enslaved. To us to read that, it doesn't make any sense, because we see the whole picture as we're reading through the Old Testament of their lives and how much better off they were in God's hands. But then we do the same thing with ourselves, because we can't see our whole picture reading through all the chapters of our lives. And so we think, if only God had done this at this point. And we think the same way the Israelites do. We're not any better. She talks about focusing on the problem solver instead of the problem. When the Israelites complained about, not having enough water, that is a real problem. But God can solve that problem. And so we need to focus on Him and not solely on the problem. She wrote in here at one point, we survive the packages of pain that God allows in our lives by remembering who God is and what He has done in the past. And so that's what I try and do. Like if I hit a bout of anxiety or a bout of depression, or just, that overwhelming feeling of all the stuff that's going on in our lives right now, just got to remember, in the past what God has done, and know that he will be faithful to be the same God now as he was back then. And I think that's where I'm going to stop for today. I got a lot on my mind, a little update on our situation. This is my last week with my stuff. The Army is coming to pack everything up on Wednesday and then load everything and take it to Fort Campbell on Friday. So I'll be here in Kansas City for a few weeks with little to no stuff. But I'm hoping that I can grow through that and learn how nice it's going to be without having all the stuff to worry about. So just be in prayer for me over the next couple weeks, as I'm just dealing with not having all of my comforting things around me. And I pray that you all had a blessed Thanksgiving and that you're enjoying these videos. And I hope someday you'll get a chance to read all the way through this book, and that it will help you as much as it's helped me. Thanks for watching. Bye.